Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit goofy and it's gonna be very basic. I'm gonna take a look at this really silly looking, I guess you could say, monster stunt truck from Double E. I think it's like Double ERC. I normally wouldn't be interested in something kind of comical and kid looking like this, but I got this because I knew my 4-year-old daughter, who's right over here with me, will love this. And she does. She absolutely loves playing with this. But the more I drove it yesterday, the more I actually enjoyed it too. It's just these big giant foam tires, and it just has this, Lexan like polycarbonate, I don't know which one it is, little body. All the gears are within this plastic gearbox. It does have 2 red lights on the front whenever you drive it that do come on, and it has an on and off switch here. It's really basic. It steers by alternating which wheels or tires are turning so you can steer, and it's really a lot of fun. You can go down the steps, and that's what I'm going to do here in the house because it can take a lot of impact. Of course it is for kids, like I said, but it may be something that there's probably not a lot of reviews out there, and I imagine a few people might be interested. Is this thing even worth the money? Because is it a piece of junk, or does it actually work pretty good? Very little comes with it, so there was no time to waste with the table review on this. It just comes with as a single blue, I'm not going to show you here, but it's a single lithium ion battery in here, and it comes with a USB charger, and that's it. There's nothing else in the box. You just charge that battery up, plug it in there, and you do have to unscrew it to get access to the panel off to get access to put the battery in. Very, very basic. Let me show you the controller. Looks sort of like a miniature PlayStation controller, and it has just your forward and your reverse and your right and left turns and your on and off switch. It says on the back of the box, which is where your instruction manual is, this is your accelerate and decelerate, but they don't do anything. They light up. Let me show you. I think I need to bind. It needs to be bound, but you press them, but it doesn't do anything. This is your forward and this is your reverse. So these buttons are not active, even though the instruction manual on the back of the box alluded to this being your acceleration, which would be weird, but I couldn't see that it did anything. So that's about it, guys. We're just going to drive it around here in the house because this is really meant for indoors. These foam tires that get pretty filthy outside, but as you can tell, cat hair or any human hair or fuzz do get attracted and stick pretty easily to these foam tires. So I'm just going to turn it on and we'll drive it around. My daughter will probably help me. We'll go down these steps. This will be a very brief video. I don't know how many views this video is going to get, but I just wanted, that's why I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. Because again, this is something I typically usually wouldn't feature on my channel. There's those red flashing lights. I'm going to put it on the table here and back up. I'll turn the controller on, and now they've gone out because it's bound itself. So I'll show you as I back up. The lights come on when it moves. Interestingly, when my daughter was pushing it around the other day on the floor, the lights would power up just by the wheels moving, even though there was no battery in the car. So that was a bit unexpected. All right, let's go. I'll drive here on the floor for a moment, show you guys you can do a lot of flips. So it'll go up on its back, upside down. You can still kind of drive it around. So hopefully this shows up in the head cam. I try to get it tilted down a little bit more, but we'll see. Of course, it's not real quick, but here's how you steer. You can do a lot of spins with it. And it does, when you turn, you can see the red light flashes like a turn signal. The direction you're turning, I believe. Yeah, right and left lights. So you can see if I can back. Usually, sometimes you can make it flip. Usually you can get it to flip some, but you can see it really can spin and do donuts really easily. But we'll flip it over when we bring it down the steps. But you can easily flip this. That's why they call it a stunt truck. See the back tires. Okay, let's take it up the stairs, Brandon. Let's bring it down. Have my daughter take it up there. Take it up the steps and we'll drive it down the steps. I've driven this some yesterday, so maybe the battery might be a little less juice. Here we go. And there we go. See, now you can do a lot like that. And then you can drive it almost upside down. You can still steer it. Let me get it here up. That's going to be out of the view of the camera. You can steer it around like this. So if you want to, you can drive it around almost like a Monster Jam. Monster trucks do those stunts. Not that extreme, but. So when you get it upside down, it can be a little tough to get it back upright, so you probably have to flip it yourself. But yeah, I mean, this is really neat for a kid. Again, my daughter's 4. This is something she can most definitely drive, and you're not going to break this with those big foam tires. I mean, you can just. This is pretty indestructible, and kids can drive it down the steps. You're not going to break it. It's not going to be something that's going to be very good outside unless you just drove around your driveway, maybe. Yeah, there we flipped it over without having to drive it up down the steps. You want to take it up on the steps again, Bren? Take it up there. Okay, we'll drive it down the steps again. And we'll end this video in just a moment. There's not a lot that I can do. I just wanted you guys to be able to see that this actually is pretty decent. Move, Bren, so I can drive it down the steps, okay? Yeah. She doesn't want me to drive it down the steps. Let's drive it down. Oh, you want to drive over you? Oh, she wants to see if I can drive over her back. I don't think it will. Oh, it's trying to. It flipped over. It's trying to drive over her back, but it's a little too high. Doesn't have enough clearance to do that. Let's see if we can drive it down. Here, I'll set it on your back, okay? Oh, I'm going to set it on her back. And don't let it stay there. And we'll drive it off her back down the steps. Okay, here we go. Whoa! And it's bouncy. Look at that, right back on its wheels upright and ready to go. Yeah, she really likes this a lot. You want to see if you can drive it? I'll show you guys that she's only 4, and she can definitely drive it. See? She's pretty good with this stuff, guys. So it's a little easier for her than maybe some other kids as she takes after Dad. But yeah, she likes this truck a lot. Okay, guys, I think that's enough. Again, this is meant just to be a brief video, not something I'm going to go over. There's not much to go over, and I wasn't going to do a table review on something like this. It probably isn't going to get most of you guys. If you're watching this, you're probably not even a subscriber to the channel, because I realize this is not something I typically would do. But I really wanted her to have this truck, so I knew that doing a video here, I just need to do a video as part of my obligation to it. But hopefully it helps you out if you're looking on this online, because it's not something you're going to find in a retail store. And you find this on Banggood's website, you might be interested. Is this thing decent, or is it a total piece of junk? And I got to tell you, it's pretty decent. It's better than I thought it would be. Sillier than it is. So if you got a younger kid and you're interested in something like this, it's pretty indestructible. It's not real quick. It's super easy to drive. And it's not going to scar up or break anything in your house. Those foam tires can handle impact and collisions. Then I highly recommend this. So yeah, if you're interested, there's a purchase link to this in the video description. If you want to help support the channel, use that link. It doesn't cost you an extra cent, but it does help support me, so I'm able to continue to get products and bring you guys honest reviews on whether I think stuff's good or not. All right, if you're new to the channel, then aside from checking out the link, click the subscribe button so you subscribe, and while you do that, click the bell that notifies you every time I upload a new video. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. The power of the dark side.